All aboard the HMS shitliner, lads and lassies. Welcome. It is 1:15 in the morning. I'm tired as fuck because I've been on the road and in the air all day. It's been it's been a long, exhausting, expensive, but really fun fucking day. And Dan has reacted in exactly the way that I thought he would, which was not to just double down, but to triple down and quadruple down. And I can tell you right now, Dan, you're making a huge, huge mistake. A fucking huge mistake by doing this. So we're here to have a conversation about some of the responses that Dan has. As you know, he hasn't gone all out with his responses. You might be wondering what this hat is. This is a naval officer's hat. Something which Dan has never worn, unless of course he bought one in an army surplus store, because he didn't serve in the fucking Navy. Notice that he didn't address that tonight. Notice that he didn't address Kinmel Hall tonight. Now, I went to Kimball, fuck, whatever it's called, Hall today, and lo and behold, not a single person there knew who Dan was. Surprise, surprise. Are any of you surprised right now? Nope. No surprise? No surprise. Okay. Well, anyway, so I did tell you all that I would come bearing evidence, and I have just that. Now, I have a few things that I wanted to show you. Where is the one? Hold on now. I've got a few different things, so might take a minute. I am absolutely knackered. And the SS or the HMS Shipberg is about the HMS shitliner is about to hit a shipberg very, very soon, because this goes deep. Deep as fuck. Balls deep, if you will. All right. I'm just trying to find, where the fuck did it go? Oh, Dan. So you're making me mad now because you're making me do this shit. All you had to do was be honest. It's all you had to do. We never had to go balls deep with this, but you forced my hand, you big Egypt, you. All right, what I'm going to do here instead is I'm going to share live from Dan's show earlier. This smug little fucker, this fucking weasel. And that's what you are, Dan. You're a fucking weasel. And it's not just me saying that. It is so many of the people that know you in real life. And if you want the receipts of that, the receipts you shall have. The receipts you shall have. Welsh News Network seems sketch to me. Yeah, he's always been a sketchy fuck. And it's been tough over the past year. People are like, why do you support this guy? Oh, how many fucking times? How many times I wanted to tell people, trust me, I'm going to fucking get this guy because I know he's full of shit. Anyway, so let's have a look. Jude Curio has been a member for 14 months. Says, stay out of trouble. I got a wooden spoon. I got a fucking bigger one back there up on the wall. Anyway, thank you so much for your support and stuff today. Obviously it was a long fucking day. A long day. Yeah, so myself and Shiz got blocked. I asked Dan multiple times in the side chat, was I at your house today, Dan? Anecdotal evidence we'll begin with, which is the vehicle that was parked outside, which I confirmed, and Dan himself even told me that this was in fact his vehicle. I have the registration, and that's all being confirmed. Excuse my hands, but that's your car there, Dan, right? I know it's a bit blurry, but anyway. Motherfucker. Okay, hold on. Oosh. There we go. No, we don't. There we go. That's your car there outside your house. That's exactly the car that you said would be outside your house. Not Kinmel Hall, by the way. Your actual house where you live. Now, in your live stream here, you claim that you claim a few things. You claim a fucking few things. So we're gonna have a look here and see what this is all about. Ronnie says someone named Touche basically made a claim that you are homophobic or support homophobes. I hope that is not true. No, I do not support homophobes. What I also don't support is control of people's speech, nor do I have the time or the ability to do so. I'm not going to fucking sit there and scroll through comments looking for something that may or may not offend somebody. We're all adults here. If you don't like what you see, fucking block the person. It's simple. Oh, you didn't delete some comments what I didn't like, so I'm gonna go and support this fucking guy that steals from old ladies and hungry people. Sorry, Touche. I'm so very fucking sorry that your Fifi's got hurt and I wasn't there to fix it for you. Fix it your damn self. If somebody's being a fucking homophobe and are being disgusting, then go call them out yourself, show people what they're doing, and then block them if you don't want to see it again. It's as simple as that. If I see it and I feel the need to, or one of my mods does, then I'll do it. Anyway, moving on. Daisy also got blocked. Shiz got blocked. A whole heap of people got blocked because we're over the target, aren't we, Dan? Very much over the target, as well, you know. Anyway, I wouldn't go as far as to say I'm PC. That's not something that I would use to describe myself. I like a laugh and a joke as much as the next person. Overt, like genuine homophobia doesn't sit well with me, but at the end of the day, I'm not the fucking internet police. If you don't like what you see, block it or go watch something else. Simple as that. Daisy said Gia is going hard for Welsh News Networks in his fair. Oh, I know. That's a shame. But I think as time goes by, Gia is a really good lady. She's a really, really good lady. Despite what people might think at the moment, just give people time. Give people time. And they'll very, very, very quickly come to see what this is all about. Oh, hold on. So the homophobic comments that I didn't resolve wasn't even on my stream. Come on, man. Come on, dude. I am convinced it is because, well, now he has a chance, I suppose, to actually give it to those homeless people because it hasn't been completed yet. But yeah, hopefully he'll actually do that. What about all the other charities though? I'm sure there's because I've seen some evidence that some money has been given to charity, but then not all the other evidence that you would expect or want, especially for somebody who's been convicted of fraud and defrauding charities in the past, and now claims that those convictions were overturned. Let's see the evidence of that then. Because we have people looking into it right now, and we have people looking into the other legal claims that you made. And thankfully, the people that we have looking into it are actual lawyers, solicitors, whatever, in the United Kingdom, and they're doing it pro bono because they've been made aware that you love to throw around legal claims. Yeah. So anyway, we'll get back to that. Hopefully tomorrow we'll know a little bit more about that. We have so much stuff to share about our lovely friend Dan. We have a fucking phenomenal lineup of individuals who want to come on and have a chat, not just here on the show, but who want me to go and interview them. So I may, if things work out, I might go back to Wales tomorrow or the day after. It just depends. It's a lot of effort. I want to take my own car, get the ferry over, and be able to spend the day literally driving around talking to all these individuals. Now, I already did quite a bit of this today. I want you to understand something. I was on the road for about 12 hours today, interviewing people, talking to people, gathering evidence, and not just anecdotal. So, Dan, play this one very fucking carefully. You have an opportunity to come clean, tell everybody about your bullshit with your naval history. Telling one person, recorded by the way, that you served for 12 years. Telling another person, also recorded, that you served for 6.5 years. Which is it? Big disparity there. Lieutenant Commander, Lieutenant Dan, come on. Lieutenant Commander Dan Jones. Very interesting. Very fucking interesting, especially when people who are very, very close to you have told us that you never served in the military, that you never served in the Navy. You weren't in fucking Kosovo. You didn't see your friend get gunned down next to you with some of his brain matter blown all over your uniform. That's, yeah. And some of the claims you've made in the past as well about the Navy have been, yeah, very fucking questionable. Yeah, also, he was a prisoner of war at one point. Okay. Prisoner of war that had to stab his way out of it. He told one of his ex-girlfriends this when they started dating first. He also played rugby under 18s for Wales. God, I had some interesting conversations over the past few days, but then some whole new stuff came to light today while I was over there. Got talking to a lady, showed me some things, heard some things. Very interesting, Dan. Dan, play your cards very fucking carefully, my friend. Play them very, very carefully. I've come this far, and if you think for 1 minute that your little bit of deflection that you attempt to do is going to put me off, I don't give a fuck. I've already spent a fortune doing this shit, and I'm going to keep spending money doing this shit because I am not going to rest until everybody knows what you're all about. So anyway, let's have a look at a Discount Dan here and his live stream and what he has to say about some of the nonsense claims that were made against him. Very fucking thing. I always come hard. I always come really hard. All right, here we go. So to rephrase what he just said, I'll go through the rest of it tomorrow when I've had time to think of good enough fucking excuses. See, we're not that stupid either, though, are we? We're holding no fucking sound. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, motherfucker. Okay, give me a second. Goddamn. Fuck me. Bloody fucking hell. Why is there no sound? See, this whole thing of Demon Can Tech. Yeah, that's fucking true. Yeah, okay. I see what I did wrong now. All right.
Is
Well,
it tomorrow or
one of
else?
the problems is this. I'm sure everyone recognizes this. It's been doing the rounds.
Yep.
Anglesey Council in fall from grace after stealing from a food bank. Daniel Meredith to Apivion Jones.
Sorry, the way he was like, Meredith. You know it says Meredith. Okay, it might not be spelled in the correct Welsh way. That doesn't mean that's not fucking you in the video. You thieving bitch. Anyway. I know it's freezing. God damn. Can you do nothing right, Dan? God all fucking mighty. This is just fuck. Oh, Dan, you've made a huge mistake here, man. I'm sorry. Like, I tried so fucking hard to give you an opportunity. Not just me. I tried so hard, but you just couldn't. You couldn't just accept that you were fucking caught.
Dated this becomes important. 4th of October, 2017. Dear God, there's me.
Yeah, I see that.
A councillor who stole, I'm reading the article, a councillor who stole from a food bank has been spared an immediate jail term. Daniel Meredith Apivion Jones from Amlwch had initially denied the charges and was due to stand trial at Carnarvon Crown Court. The lack of court time meant the trial was not going to proceed today, but his barrister, Gareth Roberts, asked for the charges to be put again, and the 39-year-old pleaded guilty of fraud and theft. Jailing him for 13 weeks on each charge, but suspending the sentence for 12 months, Judge Hugh Rees said Jones, who is a member of Amlwch Town Council and a former Welsh Assembly candidate, had lost his good name. That is punishment in itself and is a substantial fall from grace for you. You have the good sense to plead guilty, even though you should have done earlier. It is your previous good character which has saved you from an immediate custodial sentence. Jones must also carry out 150 hours of unpaid work during the next year. Prosecutor Ellen Owen said Jones was among a group of people who set up the Anglesey Food Bank in Amlwch during 2013. Jones became...
What, no audio again? Are you fucking kidding me? You guys getting audio now, right? Oh, okay. Yeah. You know what? You're fucking old. Oh, wait. No, you're saying the thing was old. I stand by my comment. No regrets. Okay, here we go.
Became manager of the food bank, which relied entirely on volunteers, as was I. In early 2015, Jones announced a 300,000 grant had been secured from the Big Lottery Fund, which would allow the organisation to secure permanent premises. Two officials, Roy Jones and Bronwyn Westlake, made advance payments on the proviso that they would be paid back when the grant was paid. A bank statement showed substantial amount had been paid into the group's bank account, but inquiries by Miss Westlake found the Big Lottery Fund had never received an application for funding and no deposit had been made at the bank. Well,
and here comes the smugness. And can I just point out something that really fucking... Some cheeky bastard left him a petty super chat. I was like, you cheeky motherfucker. I had to be in Wales. Okay? I had to be in Wales. And some asshole left that fuck a petty super chat. Do you know what? I'm just going to laugh because the joke's going to be on you. You want pettiness? Do you really want pettiness? Shall I tell the lovely lads and lassies what your ex-girlfriend from when you were about 20 had to say about you? Something that can't be said about me, no matter what anybody says. Oh, Danny boy, if you want pettiness, you can have that too. I was coming at this with facts, and I gave you an opportunity to come clean. If you want pettiness, then fucking pettiness you will have. What is it you said when somebody sent you the petty super chat? If you know, you know. Oh, you'll fucking know, boy. And so will everybody else. Yeah, Cameo Stark, petty. Oh, hell no. Here we go. See, Dan just copies all of us actually decent creators. That's what he does. But he takes what we do, he twists it, and turns it into a fucking great... Daisy, you could down. I fucking always come hard. I always go hard. No matter what. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, of course they do, Kieran. He blocked me. That's bad optics, Dan. Blocking me for asking you a simple question. Was I standing outside your house today? Was I in Wales standing outside your house today? Simple question. Simple fucking question. You can just ignore it and block me. You could just lie and say no. Or you can block me and let me prove that I was standing outside your house today. I did tell you in your side chat. You leave me no fucking choice. You refuse to answer me and you call me a liar. that this is what happens. I'm not going to give the address, mind you. Unless, of course, you say that it's bullshit and then I'm forced to. That's a different story. Is that Kieran McCarthy from Cove, by the way? If it is, good to see you. Anyway, I mean, good to see you either way, even if you're not the Kieran McCarthy from Cove. Well, fuck me, man. This guy, the fucking cheek. He, as I often say, he has enough cheek for another arse, this lad. Yeah, that's why I was blocked. You were all blocked. Stupid questions. Oh, no. It is. Fuck me. Good to see you, Kieran, man. We used to work together from time to time. Didn't we did security one time in Cove. What was that for again? The Island Jam or something like that? Great to see you, bud. I hope you're doing really well. Anyway, let's get going with this.
Oh, big problem here.
Oh,
I wasn't the treasurer, nor was I a signatory on the account.
Okay, so Dan, nice fucking try. See, this is the problem with this clown. He doesn't realize that we don't just take what he says and that's good enough for us. No, we actually do our research. So much so that I was standing outside your fucking gaff today. I was standing right outside your door. And then everybody's like, well, we don't know if it's actually his house. Hey, you lady that's just walked down the street. Does fucking Dan live here? Yeah. Is that him? Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's that creepy fuck. Yeah, he lives upstairs. So if you don't think that I look into stuff and you think I'm just going to take your word for it, or that I'm going to allow other people to have to take your word for it, you got another fucking thing coming, bud. That's not how I roll, man. You know me well enough by now.
Nor was I a signatory.
So anyway, the reference to the bank transfer, either A, from what I've read so far, and again, we have the right people looking into this. We've got people in the legal field looking into, so you may as well just tell the fucking truth now. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Either A, he provided false documentation to the rest of the people on that board, or B, he was provided false documentation when he was when he was scammed. He was scammed now. The guy that got charged and convicted and given a jail sentence that was suspended for fraud. Anyway.
On the account. Sorry. I literally couldn't do anything with the bank. But, okay. Ms. Owen said Jones has received 335 officials to buy a carpet, but inquiries revealed it cost some £175 less. Yes, they forgot about fitting. Cash given.
There was nowhere to fit the fucking thing at the time, Dan. We'll get to that in a minute because, you see, he left out the other article, didn't he?
By the officials to pay for a meter insurance had not been used for those purposes. The monies paid by them, a total of 614 related to the theft charges. Arrested and interviewed by officers in February last year, Jones denied the offences and claimed he himself had been the victim of a scam. Gareth Roberts defending said Jones was not the type of man who would ordinarily appear before the courts. This is a name and brought him great shame and embarrassment. I asked the court to accept it as genuine, and this will be the one and only time he'll appear before a court. Jones stood as an independent candidate in last year's Assembly elections in the Anglesey constituency. He was also shortlisted by the Labour Party as a candidate in the 2013 by-election, sparked by the resignation of Wyn Jones, which was won by Plaid Cymru's Rhena Purweth. The court heard he became a member of Amlwch Town Council last November and regularly attends meetings. Okay. Everyone sees that one.
It's kind of fun watching him dig a fucking hole. All right, so that's the only article that he read out. Okay. What he failed to show you guys is the other article. And that's where his fellow board members had their say. And I have it here. Right, let's get to these grifty super chats, I suppose. No, fuck him. I'm taking it back. These petty super chats. Uncle Artie's Bar and Grill of Stupidity for $2 says, do a parody song of Oh Danny Boy. There are some great parody songs already in the works, my friend. Don't you worry. Lindy Lou for $5 stray dollars. I always think of Lindy Lou when I see this tub of Vegemite here. All my Australians, I'm a fucking chicken salt. God, I love chicken salt. Being a proud Lions member, this grifter shits me past the point of no return. I love the strayness of that. Fucking sickens my piss. Shits me, mate. Lord and fucking snake shit. Cameo Stark says, petty. Oh, hell no. Here we go. Drew Curio for $2 says, I didn't understand. Go get him. Oh, fucking hell. I just picture his asshole turning inside out when he heard my voice shouting through his fucking letterbox today. It's just going to get worse from here. And I don't mean that as a threat. I'm not going to come there and cause you any physical harm. I'm not going to send people. I'm not going to dox you. You've kind of doxed yourself now because it's not hard to find the information from here on in. Well done. Good job. Anyway, I'm just going to have to go back there, aren't I? How can I, as an officer in the Demon Navy, fuck me, how can I sit idly by while the lovely people of, how the fuck do you say the name of that town? Aberfrau, I think. Or who fucking cares? Let's be real. Who the fuck cares? You got the sweetest old ladies ever. I was sitting in this cafe, the only cafe in the town today, right? I'm sitting there, and there's a table of these adorable old Welsh ladies. I think they were. I'm not really sure. It's fucking hard to tell down that neck of the. I'm only fucking with you, Welsh people. You're lovely. Actually, such a healthy looking bunch of people, by the way. Beautiful little place he lives in. Like, the village is stunning, spectacularly pretty. And I'm sitting there, and it was myself and Chloe and a friend. We're all sitting there together, and we were looking at the fucking menu. I was like, I cannot say any of these things without getting phlegm all over everything. So I'm not even going to try. I turned to the lady. I was like, excuse me. And she was like, yes. I was like, what's Welsh rarebit? Or whatever the fuck it's called. It's cheese on toast with leeks on it. I was like, okay, I'll fucking have that then. So I ordered that. So I had like the Welshest, is that a word? The Welshest food ever for my lunch. And we're sitting there, and no, I won't rat out who told us. But basically, I asked somebody in there, I was like, do you know Daniel Jones? And they were like, yeah, because that's the equivalent of like Jimmy Murphy in Ireland. Like, that's a really common name over in Wales land. And I was like, do you know this Daniel Jones? And I showed her some photographs from his Facebook that he must have forgotten about. Because it actually also disproved a whole heap of shit he said about his family, which is, that's for another time, though. It just depends on how far Dan wants to take this. If I have to keep proving that he's a liar without him accepting it and without him coming forward and just own it, just be like, yeah, I fucked up. I lied. I kaisered. Fine. We can accept that. Thank you for your apology. Now, fuck off. Simple. But no, you keep doubling and tripling down. I'm going to keep fucking coming back. I'm going to have to keep talking to people and keep showing your fucking light. Oh, I tried to explain some of this to Shiz yesterday on the phone. And I was like, I do not know where to start because there's no end. So I just don't know where to fucking start. He's got like 56 years on me worth of fucking bullshitting. So I got some catching up to do. Play it 2 times speed and you still won't fucking get there. So anyway, there's the list. A fucking list of people that I've been chatting to. Hold on. Do you know what? I'll bring one of them up. I won't say the lady's name. She is fucking hysterical. She's so funny. And it all checks out who she is and everything. It's all been confirmed. So one of the things I asked this lady, I said, I kind of told her the background of what was going on. I was like, you mentioned this guy. He tells people he's really rich and owns a castle and a plane, and that he served in the Royal Navy, etc., etc. Just wanted to get to the bottom of the bullshit. She sent back multiple laugh react faces. Says that's actually laughable, but at the same time, not surprising for him. I knew him back in 2012, and around that time, I won't go any further than that because it'll give it away. So yeah, he's talking about he was around that time in 2012, I think she said. It's so hard to kind of say this without giving away who it is, but anyway, he was working for the local food bank, which, as you read in the past, he was stealing money from financial donations and using it for his own personal gain. And to the best of my knowledge, everything he stated in your message is complete horse shit. He isn't very nice to women, especially single, vulnerable women, as on a few occasions he tried to intimidate me in my local area and tends to speak to women in the tone he would a grown man, which led me to move areas. So he literally drove this young woman out of her fucking home. He's a nasty piece of work and likes to think he has everyone in his pocket. So I said, sounds about right. Okay. Serving in the Navy is news to me because I would have known him around the time that he was allegedly serving in the Navy, but he wasn't because he was living in Alnwick. And wasn't, yeah, actually, I won't say that part. The Royal Navy thing is a lie. He's a guy who likes bragging. Now, this is a lady that knew him back in 2012, and she's even saying it then. This is a guy who likes bragging. So if he was in the Royal Navy in the past, I'm sure he would have mentioned it, but I've never heard it before. I said, he tells everybody that he served in Kosovo and Somalia when he was in his 20s. I said he also said he jumped in and saved a woman and beat up 3 lads in wherever that town was that I was in today, talking to people. Different town as well, by the way. Something seaside town a couple of months ago claims he currently lives in the wing of a castle. She said, literally everything you said about him has made me burst out laughing. My impressions of him were a very sad little man with no life who loves to give the impression that he is someone and something he isn't. And as for jumping in, he likes intimidating women. So that speaks volumes on what he's like around men. So I doubt that happened. And then a name was given to me, and out of nothing but pure respect for that lady and the fucking horrors that she went through with this man, which I now am fully aware of. But I'm going to give you the initials, Dan, so that you know full well who I'm talking about. CD, as in CD's nuts when I come at you. CD. You know exactly who I'm talking about. And I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to bring that woman into it because of some of the shit that's gone on there. So I sent her a video of him. I said, is this the right guy?
What did you do with the homeless last night? We fed them, we gave them clothes, we gave them blankets, sleeping bags, pillows, tents.
He didn't leave his house that day. And I know that for an absolute fact now. We'll get to that another time, though, Dan. It balls in your court with that one. She said, yeah, that's him. What a fucking idiot. Seriously, don't believe a word that comes out of his mouth. And that looks like a room in a council house, not a castle. So, we kind of talked about that for a bit. This is a man who is turning single mothers with babies away from the food bank on a daily basis and stealing money from the funding pot. I physically witnessed a single mother walk out of the food bank with a buggy or a stroller in the States, and the baby couldn't have been any older than 10 or maybe 11 months, and she was absolutely sobbing her heart out saying she had been turned away by Dan. This was the food bank he was meant to be running. Now, this whole conversation came out of the blue. I never mentioned the food bank to her at this point. I asked, was he well known in the area? She goes, abso-fucking-lutely, he's well known in the area. Hold on there now. Certain things I can't say. So then we had a big, long phone conversation. And then she started to make some phone calls for me. Oh, fuck me. It just tickles me pink. Tickles my taint. She started making some phone calls for me and put me in touch with a lot of very interesting folk. Some people where you live now, some people where you used to live, some family of yours that you had some very interesting things to say yourself. And they had some quite interesting things to say and show me. Say to me and show me. Very interesting things said about your naval history or lack thereof. Oh, I really want to say one of the things, but I'm going to wait because the ball's in your court. So then she got on the old blower with CD. And I want to make that crystal clear that you know exactly what I'm talking about. She said, I just confirmed that everything Dan has said is bullshit. Sorry, this wasn't on the phone to CD. This was somebody else. My apologies. But basically, this was somebody else. Oh, yeah. Okay. I remember who that was. I also can't say who that is yet. But hopefully that'll be an interview to be had. Hopefully in the next few days. We'll see how this goes. She confirmed that everything Dan said is bullshit. He does not live in a castle. And then she told me the town that you live in, which was very interesting. She also said that he was never in the Navy. And then I sent a picture of me standing outside the pub in right next to Kimmel Hall. And I went in, I knocked on the door at the gatehouse. They said they'd never fucking heard of him. That's the gatehouse at the back, Dan, you know that one. And then I actually went up into Kimmel Hall, asked a few questions, talked to a few people, saw a few things, showed a few pictures, and nobody had ever fucking heard of you. Except for one guy. One guy did hear of you because he's from Alnwick. So I don't know how to say Welsh words. Anyway, so that was part of that conversation. It goes way deeper than that, though, because I spoke to a couple of your ex-girlfriends. They had some fucking interesting things to say, man. One of them was on the phone to Chloe for about 2 hours yesterday, or the day before yesterday. She sent me some shit that you said to her, man. Screenshots from a while back. Yikes. And then she shared a very interesting thing about it. She said that your old Facebook tag was Welsh Devil. Where have I seen that before? On Discord. That's your tagline on Discord, isn't it? Or your whatever the fuck it's called. So when she said that, I was like, okay, this lady's legit. She knows what she's talking about. I'll run through a few of these super chats here, and then I'll get back to the video and I'll share some other. Oh no, I want to get to the what was the last thing he said? That was quite a fucking while ago now. We'll get back to it in a second here. Cameo Stark for $5 says petty super chat released and a load of defamation shamrocks. Thank you so much indeed. Shiz Happens has been a member for a month. The fuck is that about? Anyway, hashtag Welsh Wrangler 777 reverse Robin Hood news. Oh, big time reverse Robin Hood. Although not quite, because that would be stealing from the poor and giving to the rich. In his case, it's just stealing from the poor and giving to his poor ass. Uncle Artie's Bar and Grill of Stupidity for $5 says, I don't block you. Can I have his jaded subs? Glenn Serio's in Vegas to help Cholita run for the hills. I was actually watching that last night. It was so boring. Like his video. I don't know if you covered it or others. That's not what I meant by boring. His video. Oh my God. How the fuck is he helping Chile? Like, I don't mean like, why would he? Because we all know why, because clearly fucking dropped on the head as a baby. But how? Like, what can he actually do to assist Chile? It's beyond me, other than maybe give him some money. I don't know. Daisy for $10 says, I know you will go hard. I always go hard, and I come even harder. Says, have they not learned anything yet? You have receipts. I have receipts on receipts. More than I've been so fucking patient with this. I deserve a medal. I deserve a fucking medal for my patience, because you know I'm not patient. I'm petty, not patient. But I fucking held it together with this one. And I had to keep some people that I really wanted to tell out of the loop. It was awful. But it had to be done, because otherwise I'd keep fucking talking. Even yesterday when I was telling somebody about something and I wasn't supposed to mention Johnny O yet. And I just was like, so anyway, I was like, fuck. See, that's why I don't tell people things. Dearman Costello has been a member for 14 months. See, that's more like it. Thank you so much, man. Says, Dan's Chinese name is Comes Too Soon. Or not at all. Recently. Anyway, Mac Alex for $2 Canada says, nice hat. This is not a hat, madam. Madam, sir? It doesn't matter. You're wrong either way. This is called a lid, all right, or a top, or a cap, or a hat. Like, it is a hat, let's face it. Like, it is a hat. But thank you so much anyway. Fubar on Patrol for $10 says, thank you for putting your time and money into this. My fucking pleasure. I put more time and money into this than I really fucking should have. Truth be told, very terrible decision in that respect. The best decision I've made this year in other ways. Totally fucking worth it. I could feel his asshole puckering through those thin ass concrete fucking community housing walls. Well worth it. Thank you so much, my friend. A Purple Dragon, RIP DAC for $10 says, you and Chloe did a great job. Thank you. We had a fucking ball. We had a ball. And it wasn't just us two. We had somebody amazing. Like, amazing with us. I can't say who. You wouldn't know him. God, he was fucking great. We had such a laugh. I met two awesome new people today. Actually, I met loads of awesome new people today, and a lot of them knew Dan. But besides them, like the other two people that were very strongly involved in today's activities and the activities leading up to it, the person that we were doing the investigation with, who shall remain nameless, who's literally, this is their job. Like, this is what they do. They find motherfuckers and they find evidence. We were doing some 007 shit down there. This village didn't know what hit it. I mean, holy shit. Like, a little tiny, weird, fucking cute Irish woman, a big, hefty, bearded Irishman with a fucking naval hat and a weird hoodie on, and a really nut case. We had a fucking great laugh. We had an absolute ball. We really, really did. It was we had so much fun. And when it came down to it, and we were doing our little mini investigations, we fucking knew it was his house. Idiot posted it somewhere and then left a beautiful, delicious, delectable trail of slightly moldy crumbs for us. And it was so easy. And when we pulled up, we had like 5 or 6 places in mind that it could have been. Pulled up to the first and we're like, oh yeah, that's it. That's it. That's the fucking house. We knew straight away. Why? Because the exact Jeep Cherokee that he described to me was right outside the door. And your fucking name was in it. And there's a skip like a dumpster next to the house. Left some weird shit in that. I don't judge. I don't judge. At least I know what kind of duty free to bring you the next time I come over. Your neighbors fucking can't stand you. They think you're an absolute creep. But no, we had a fucking great time. Lindy Lou for $2 stray dollars says, problem is these types of arseholes never change. He might have no choice. He might just have to confront this head on. I really hope he does, because this is going to get I'm not petty, as you know. No, I am. I'm petty as fuck. This is going to get petty as shit. I'm telling you that right now. I'm going to be bringing up. I'm going to go full fucking, you know, that panel of women that just whinge all day. What's that TV show called? It's fucking miserable. They just whinge about fellas all day long. I'm going to do that. Like, I'm going to have girlfriends coming on this. We're going to have a fucking pajama party on this bitch with all of his exes. We're going to have a fucking ball. If you want all the truth coming out, damn boy, you're going to get it. Because there's some shit that I've been told about you that, see all this stuff with the money stuff, bad. Like stealing from old ladies and fucking stealing from disabled people and stealing from food banks. That's small in comparison to the other shit that you've done. Of which I have evidence. Trust me, I have receipts. Oh, fuck, man. You really fucked up this time, dude. You should have quit while you were ahead. You should have quit. You should have fucking quit while you were ahead. Not quit YouTube, just quit fucking lying. Merlin, good to see you, buddy. For $4.99 says, dude, this is why you're awesome. Now, I will say, I would not have gotten this far in this investigation and all the stuff that I was able to find and piece together afterwards if it wasn't for Johnny O. Simple as that. Johnny O got the ball rolling, handed it to a mad Irish fella and said, right, go to fucking Wales and do what you got to do. And that's what I did. But if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have got that nugget, that little fucking crispy nugget of information that I needed. I was like, oh, baby, I know way too many people for you to get away with this shit. And that's exactly what happened. So hats off, caps off, lids off to Johnny O. My hair is a mess now because of this, but anyway. Fucking hell. What a turn up. And like he's like, yeah, I'm gonna address this nonsense. And he trying to hand waves it off. Oh man, you have no idea what's coming. I almost feel bad for you. If you weren't such a colossal dinosaur-sized piece of shit, I would actually almost feel bad for you, sitting here all fucking smug, knowing full well what's coming. Oh man, you're going to regret this so much. I'm telling you right now. And again, that's not a threat. That's not a physical thing. I don't mean it like that at all. And I would implore people to not dox. Don't fucking do any of that bollocks. I hate that. Stay the fuck out of it. Leave us non-professionals deal with it. Lisa Doran's been a member for 13 months, says he needs to be barred from YouTube. Well, with some of the shit he's doing, he may well. That's a whole other thing, though. I'll get into that another time. Cerebral Tackle for $5 says, I don't want to people anymore. Holy shit, it's raining bad people, and I don't want to play anymore. I totally hear you there. There's always going to be baddies out there. Oh, fucking hell. I just want to say this has got nothing to do with me. I did not post this. I actually told nobody anything about this. So how the fuck do you know? Well, I suppose now people are starting to see. This is what happens. Good to see you, Kitchen Court chats. Pleasure. This is what fucking happens. You see, you put out all this bullshit, you get fucking caught up, and then you get shit like this coming up on the screen. Wasn't that hard? Anyway, so Dan is kind of hinting at that I wasn't outside his house today. Well, I was outside where you definitely claimed your house was, Kinmel Hall, but you weren't fucking there because you've got nothing to do with the place. You're just full of shit. Piss and vinegar. That's all we got here. Anyway, so on that matter, now because this fucking guy has just burst in here and shit on the whole thing from orbit. No, not really. Dan, I'm going to show you exactly the proof that you that I was in fact outside your house today. Obviously, your vehicle was outside the door. That's the first thing. That's a fucking given. And now we're going to have a look at some documentation. Oh, this is it just keeps getting better and better. Like this, I really can't stress this enough. This is the tip of the iceberg. Like this is fun. This is the fun bits. And I was talking to somebody earlier before I went live, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to go with the heavy shit yet about his fake, the evidence we have for his fake service records and all this kind of shit. I'm just going to go with the fun stuff first. So this document is how we found his address. I won't get into how we found it, but we found it. Company called Bucket Bear Studios. This is all public record. I have, in the interest of fairness, redacted said address. Now, if he questions it and wants me to show it, I'll do that. But you can look this shit up yourself. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so this is a company that was run by Dan and his girlfriend. Now, he tries to hand wave that off in a minute, but I'm also going to prove to you that it is his girlfriend. Not only was I told by multiple people, like 4 or 5 different people in different places in the village Wales, so the village, that I asked about Dan. And I said, does he have a girlfriend that lives there? He goes, yeah. Now, one person said that they don't think she lives there anymore, but that she comes and goes, and they certainly see each other quite frequently. So, in any event, so this was a company that he was a director on, I think. I'll double check here. Bucket Bear Studios, private company, limited by shares in Wales. And again, the address is redacted. If he says this is bullshit and it's fake, go to the company's house website. It's there. And these are the 2 shareholders. You've Ems Williams and Daniel Jones. Now, when I turn, now he could say, well, that's not my full name, Daniel Meredith Effian Jones, or whatever the fuck it is, right? Okay, fine. So why, when I turned up to this address, was your car parked outside? And when I showed your photograph and your videos to your neighbors, they all said, oh yeah, that creepy fuck, he lives upstairs. So nice try. Anyway, now, as for the girlfriend thing, so this lady here, again, no hate on her. I don't know her. I don't know anything about her. Frankly, not interested in anything about her other than the fact that she's Dan's girlfriend. Has, for some period of time, lived there and makes regular appearances there. She used to have a Mini Cooper. Isn't that right, Dan? Recently got rid of it, though. But she still turns up with your dogs. We'll get to that in a minute because I'm going to play on his live stream here where he just kind of go, a woman with dogs? Whatever do you mean? Well, I'll fucking show you what I mean, won't I? As I always do. So anyway, this business went tits up. There was no grift in it, so that was the end of that one. Anyway, so let's get back to his video, and then we'll move on to the proof about. Oh yeah, the receipts. The receipts fucking hurt. The receipts hurt. So yeah. Dan, oh fuck, man. I just wish you could see like that this is the tip of the shitberg, man. The tip of the shitberg. Yeah, does not pick up after his dogs. That's fucked up. Leaving your dog shit all over the place, that's gross. Anyway, Mike Barnes has become a new member, lads and lassies. Mike Barnes with an anchor. God, fuck me. This is too good. I'm tired as shit. I've now officially been awake for like, I don't know, like 30 hours. I can't do mathematics in my head right now, but anyway. Welcome, Mike Barnes. As nice as you know what to do. Anyway, so let's have a look back at his live here. Oh, yeah, no, she's got nothing to do with any of this. Nothing to do with any of this whatsoever. She, probably another victim, truth be told. So he's telling this one woman that he's in love with her and he's going to move her into his castle and all this bollocks. but he's got a girlfriend sitting in the gaff. And like his own sexual relationships or, interpersonal, because there ain't no sex there. His interpersonal relationships, it's his own fucking business. I don't care. I really don't. I just don't care. And he's Welsh, so he probably has another girlfriend. Actually, I did speak to his extra girlfriend. Well, not his friends with benefits today. Met his friends with benefits in the village today. And I was like, hey, I know your Dan's friends with benefits. Do you have anything to say? She said, bah. I'm sorry, that's fucking terrible. But anyway, so, look, yeah. His indiscretions, whatever, fine. But, like, it's just kind of shed some light on some shit. I'm just saying. And that's fine. You know what I mean? And, people described her in detail. I won't do that. That's not nice. That sounded like a really nasty comment, but I didn't mean it like that. It's just people did describe what she looks like. It all tracked. It all made sense. I'm not going to show any pictures of her or anything like that. That's completely unnecessary. I knew you were waiting for a sheep shagger joke because you're a sheep shagger. No, I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. Kieran's a fucking great guy. Known Kieran years, probably 10, 15 years now, Kieran. Great dude. Anyway, so we'll go back to his life here for a minute. And that was bad. Oh, fucking hell, man. Fucking hell, man. I've even got a sheepskin back there. And I feel fucking bad. That's some Welshman's girlfriend there, like, lying on my couch. Sorry, Welsh people. I love you really. Like, it's just one of you in particular that I fucking cannot stand. All right. How the fuck do I do this? I'm delirious now, so I'm capable of saying anything, Dan. Where is it? Okay. There we go. That was a pretty short show he did, wasn't it? Oh, I need to actually read you guys out the other article too, because that was conveniently left out. All right.
In the Anglesey constituency, he was also shortlisted by the Labour Party as a candidate in the 2013 by-election, sparked by the resignation of Yerwin Jones, which was won by Plaid Cymru's Rhys Apio. Thursday, 5th of May, 2022. Right down here in last place.
So anyway, never mind that shit, right? So he goes on this whole diatribe about how he couldn't have possibly stood for office because of one of the rules, one of the laws in relation to standing for office. Now, I've already gotten some information about that. That's been clarified by our legal team. You want the truth? You can't handle the truth. So yeah, we'll see how that plays out tomorrow. Put it that way. And we have a contact in the electoral commission anyway, who's already been Dan, you fucking no idea, dude. You've no idea how deep you're in right now. Like you thought you were Kate Winslet on the fucking door. You're the other dude, all cold, sinking to the bottom. That's how deep in it you are, sir. Anyway.
So, no, very sorry. Conviction was overturned, people.
Let's see your proof. You simply stating that I couldn't have run for election if I had a conviction is not proof that your conviction was overturned. That is not proof that it was overturned. Let's see the proof. Show us the fucking proof. Or else we'll just get it ourselves. Or maybe we already have. Balls in your court. Balls in your court, dude. Oh, fuck me. This is great. Oh, he just has no idea. Oh, it's like watching somebody walk off a cliff.
Sorry.
You will be.
Right there in black and white. You can go look up the articles yourself.
I know we can, Dan. And that's exactly what we did. And we have other people looking at it as well.
Here, I'll even be nice for you. There's the article on the election.
While he's getting that, I'm going to go get a cigarette. Be right back.
And frankly, believe me, don't believe me about it, I don't care.
Yes, you fucking do. And no, we don't believe you.
I have no idea. I've not watched his stuff, Delete Funds.
Bullshit. I know for a fact you did. Because you were upstairs watching me out the fucking window. Because we saw you. Always spied with our little eye. Oh, we know you were watching that whole fucking time. Don't you worry.
I've been busy with other stuff.
Yeah, watching my ass.
What girlfriend with 2 small dogs? No idea what you're talking about.
There we fucking go. This is what I'm talking about. Start with the small stuff. This was my whole point earlier. We'll start with the small lies and we'll work up from there. And depending on how long you want to fucking keep pushing, and depending on how long you want to keep lying while still grifting, not even grifting, scamming at this point, then we shall decide how far we want to go. And all we're doing is telling the truth and showing the truth and the receipts, as I've done since I've come on this fucking show right now. And there's a lot more to come. So it's totally up to yourself. Completely up to you. It is a plea deal, if you will. We're willing to give you the opportunity to come clean on what we've already put out there, clear up anything that we may have gotten wrong. And if you can do that, great. If not, you force our hand because you're going to sit there and call us fucking liars. Fucking liars, yeah. I was in Wales all day. I'm not going to be able to English very good now.
Delete Funds.
So somebody brought up about his girlfriend with the 2 little dogs. Now, where did that come from? So I mentioned it on the live stream while I was outside his gaff. First of all, 2 separate people mentioned his girlfriend completely independently of each other in the village, mentioned his girlfriend with their 2 little dogs. Cute as fuck. Cute little dogs. And then his neighbor, as you heard live on the live stream, mentioned his dogs, whose shit they do not clean up after them. So it didn't just come out of thin air, Dan. You can't just be like, I don't know what he's talking about. A girlfriend with dogs? Whatever could you be talking about? It gets really interesting here. It gets really interesting.
I've been busy with other stuff. What girlfriend with 2 small dogs? No idea what you're talking about.
Oh, fucking do you not? Oh, fucking do you not, Dan? You don't know who this girlfriend with the 2 fucking dogs is, do you not? No. So when I was in the cafe and I was chatting to him my fan way, and I was like, hey, do you know this guy? Like, yeah, he lives over in, I won't say the name of the place. There's no need for it. He was literally his next door neighbor. Like, that's the fucking thing. And he was like, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I don't know what you're fucking talking about. Showed this other completely independent lady. It was brilliant because like everybody was willing to just be like, oh, that's that fucking creep that lives over there. And he was, and I showed this one lady. I was like, excuse me, ma'am. I was like, I'm very sorry to bother you. My name is Spud. Lieutenant Commander Spud. From the Demon Army Navy. And we're doing an investigation into an individual. And so literally the whole town that he ran off to after he got caught for this other shit in this other town now knows what he did in that other town. So they're all putting the pieces together about the fucking scams he's been running down there. It's actually kind of funny. It's poetic justice, really. So anyway, this one was like, yeah, he lives in that place. But he's upstairs. He lives there with his girlfriend. And I was like, oh, girlfriend, you say? Yeah, her name is Ems. Or she said Emma. She was like, her name's Emma. I was like, is it Emma Williams? She said, yeah, that's her. And she described her. I was like, okay. And she was like, I was like, it wouldn't be like Ems Williams, would it? And she was like, yeah, Ems Williams. She assumed it was Emma. So anyway, I said, Can you tell me what color those dogs are? And for my amusement, I asked this because I already fucking knew. One black one and one brown one. Kind of look like little staffies. So, oh, fucking really? So I showed this lady a photograph. Oh, guys, I'm getting smug now. Forget the petty super chats. Fucking smug from here on in. I'm going to be gladly smug on this one. So she was standing there and I said, I'm going to show you a picture, if that's okay with you. With who? And I want you to tell me if these are the dogs. His girlfriend's dogs now, by the way. So she was talking about his girlfriend. And I said, tell me, are these the dogs? Oh, Danny boy. Probably watching now, actually, because your live stream's over. So this is from his Facebook page. I don't mind sharing that because he said himself what his address is. So that's all the one. Dan Jones. This is his Facebook page. This is how we found absolutely everything about him. Not everything. It's how we found a lot, though. Fuck, man, you did not lock it down enough. You've locked it down since. We've been keeping an eye on it. But it's too late now because we've screenshotted and contacted everybody that needs to be contacted. We move quick. We don't fuck around. So this is from his Facebook page, right? Observe, if you will, ladies and gentlemen of the digital jury. I'm actually not tipsy at all. I haven't had alcohol since a few days ago. I had too much. I had too much one night. I'm not doing that for a while. I still have a bit of a headache from it. I'm fucking delirious. I'm so tired. Because I had to fucking go over there and deal with this prick. Anyway. Not that was a bad thing. I had a fucking great day. Anyway. Oh, yeah. Very soon, Sandy. I'm going to go to bed very fucking soon. I'm absolutely knackered. Anyway. So. Again, I'll show you Dan's dogs, right, from his Facebook page. This is his Facebook page. It's been verified because his dad was liking stuff on there. CD was in there somewhere, and a few other people that we've talked to since. We're all in there. So it's too late. You've locked it down too late. You've locked it down. Anyway, so this is his girlfriend's page. Now, you might recognize something here. Very fucking interesting. Two very fucking interesting things about these pictures. Number one. The dogs in the images. So the lady in the shop said that his girlfriend's name was Ems Williams. Right? And I remind you, the name of his co-owner of the business, Ems Williams, and they're both at the same address. Okay? Now, the black dog threw me a little bit because clearly it's kind of like a staff type dog, right? As was described by multiple people completely independently, right? And then in real time, his neighbor that I didn't even know was there that I just bumped into. So there's your little black dog there, right? And there's your lovely little cute black dog. That's a beautiful little dog. Now, observe this dog. Because when I look at his Facebook page and her Facebook page, I don't just look. Eyebrows, right? Observe this beautiful little creature's eyebrows. This is his girlfriend's page. And observe same said eyebrows. This is clearly the same dog. And I want you to think back to my live stream earlier today when I was outside Dan's house. And look at the buildings here in the background, right? This is the square that we were parked up in. This where this Alfa Romeo, quite nice too, I had one of those, is parked, is exactly where we were parked today. Now, let me show you something. real quick. Just to verify what I'm saying here, to qualify what I'm saying. I'm going to now show you. I'll bring up a still from my live stream today. Oh, not that one. I treated myself to a beer on the way back, right? God, I'm not using that freeze frame. My face looked terrible in that one. Have a look at this, right? My understanding from talking to Becca at this point, she just wants to be left alone. She just wants to be left alone. Check this out. Okay, so this is a clip from my live stream earlier today outside Dan's house. Observe, if you will, please, the pebble dash behind me. Okay? Got it? Got it. And now, observe, if you will, what I showed you just a second ago. This is her dog, his dog. And I brought up the wrong window because that's what I do. Hold on. Why the fuck isn't it coming up now? Give me a second. Oh yeah, sorry. Now there we go. Okay, observe once again the background here. Receipts here now, folks. Right. So you'll notice the color of the background there, and then the color of the background there. So that's the exact same. No question about it, right? So if we have a look back on my live, you'll see me walk around and just oh, he's looking. Well, just come down and have a chat, man. It's the best thing to do, bud. You fucked with enough people. You need to get fucking. Oh, we're just looking for Dan. Up this one or this one? Yeah. Ah, right. Okay. Okay. He's got like a blue Jeep, is it? Oh yeah. Do you know him at all? You're with him at all, or gotcha. Yeah, I was trying to get a hold of him there. There's just do you guys, are you guys familiar with him at all, or?
Do you live here? I just live there.
Ah.
Very noisy because we've got chicks up there.
And you get the fighter jets and stuff, or food. Did not even, but is it something to do with the food bank? Because
I touched this bottom.
About home and he didn't seem to be there. And there was I read the news article where oh, he sees, so he's been doing a lot of really interesting charity work online again. And does he live with his girlfriend still?
He does see her.
Oh, he sees her, but she doesn't live here anymore. She's the lady with the two little dogs, isn't it? Yeah.
Put the poo up.
She what?
Don't pick the poo up.
She doesn't pick the poo up? The dog poo? Ah, Dan. That's gross.
When I went a couple of weeks ago, I went to Calvary. Almost as cold like that.
So anyway, so that was just a random neighbor that happened to be there who confirmed the dog story. Fucking hell, Dan, man. So he kind of hand waved off the dog thing. I think we've just proven that. Can I get in the side chat if you think that we've proven the dog thing? Can I get some defamation shamrocks, please, in the side chat? Timo fucking Lynch for €5 says, any particular type or brand of chicken salt you want. We'll be back in Cork on May the 18th. And Shisha and I'll be dropping by Coles or Woolies before. Awesome, man. I love the Matani and any chicken salt. Any chicken salt is absolutely awesome. I'd be over the moon with some more chicken salt. You can never have enough chicken salt. Thank you so much, Need Timo. Let me know when you're around, man. I'll be around for sure. So yeah, I think we've kind of proven the dog thing, Dan. It was a very nice try. It was a very, very, very. Oh, I'm very familiar with the Mac Loop. Trust me. Love it. Absolutely love those videos. So nice try with that one, Danny boy. Oh, Danny boy. Now, before I get out of here, guys, I want to read one more thing. And that is the article that he didn't share with you. And that is the one where his co-members, I suppose, of maybe that's... Is that the right one? Perhaps. Hold on. Let's have a look. No, sorry, this one. Son of a... Fuck me dead. Okay. I'll have to reload this. He didn't show you this one. And I think there's a very good reason why he didn't, because it does not paint him in a good light, in the words of the individuals themselves. So, Anglesey Food Bank is still running amid former volunteers' theft and fraud scandal. An Anglesey, you son of a bitch. An Anglesey Food Bank has vowed to carry on despite being hit by fraud and theft. Pantry number 6 on Longach Almuch is still operating, although organizers claim they have lost a lot of money due to the theft and fraud committed by former volunteer Daniel Meredith ap Ifyan Jones from Almuch. Known locally as Dan Jones, the 39-year-old Almuch town councillor who pleaded guilty to charges of... So why would you plead guilty to them, Dan? Why would you plead guilty to these charges if that never happened? Was sentenced to a 13-week jail term on each charge, a total of 26 weeks, suspended for 12 months, when he appeared last week at Caernarfon Crown Court. The former Assembly candidate was also ordered to carry out 150 hours of unpaid work. In January 2015, the Chronicle reported the food bank had been successful, yada, yada, yada. So we've read all this kind of shit, right? So basically, they changed premises to a bigger premises from its first location at the Methodist Church on Wesley Street to number 6 on Queen Street. But they later discovered the Big Lottery Fund had never received an application. In mid-20... Now, he had been the one that claimed that he had put in the application. In mid-2015, the Chronicle reported that Jones had claimed to have met with a woman posing as a lottery rep on 4 separate occasions, 3 times in Liverpool and once in his own home, and had fallen victim to a lottery scam. Now, he said earlier that he's not from Almuch. He abso-fucking-lutely is, because his dad lives there. His dad grew up there. Yeah, we know everything, Dan. We know everything. Arrested and interviewed by police, Jones again claimed to have been a victim of a scam. Food bank organizer Bronwyn Westlake, who I had words with yesterday, said, we are all still trying to get our heads around it all. He showed us a fake bank statement and forged my email. We didn't realize... See, this is why he didn't fucking show this. He forged my email. We didn't realize at the time. I have lost a lot of money. A lot of volunteers' own money has been used to pay back debts. I don't think his sentence is enough. I just keep thinking, how did we allow him to do what he did? And that's a very common theme. It all came to light in June 2015. I went to the bank and realized something was wrong. It was on my wedding anniversary, and I ended up spending the whole day trying to sort it out. I was in shock. It was a shock, sorry. I'd been nursing my dad with lung cancer, and later my husband had a heart attack. It had been a stressful time. Perhaps if all that hadn't been going on, we wouldn't have relied on him so much. He, Jones, lives in a fantasy world. Take that for what you want. He is deluded. The story in the Chronicle where he claimed he had got 300 grand from the lottery and that we had been scammed, it all turned out was fantasy. But he liked his publicity. Why didn't you fucking read this one out, Danny boy? We suddenly found we had bills. He managed to persuade a local butcher to supply meat. Ooh. Fucking interesting, isn't it, Dan? Oh, we thought he'd been paid, but we had to pay him 3 grand back. Interesting that that's in the article from how many years ago? From back in 2017. When today, loads of your neighbors told us about how you collected money from them for meat from same said butcher or maybe a different butcher that they never received. We also owed a plumber. There are other bills unpaid for rent, water, gas, some of which volunteers have paid for themselves. The food bank helps about 15 to 20 people a week, serving about 800 meals, and has been running since 2013. It claims because of Jones, it had to move again a third time from Queen Street to council offices on Longach on March the 1st this year. After we moved the first time, we didn't get the lottery money. We couldn't afford the rent, and we got into arrears, but thankfully the council helped us to move again. We were advised to change the food bank name. See how he made a point about the food bank name earlier? It's like, well, they changed the name as if to say, oh, that's not the food bank I was involved with. So we were the people of Anglesey Food Bank. They had to change the name because of you, Dan. A name that Dan came up with, by the way. And I have a photograph of you with all those people when you set it up. Mrs. Westlake has appealed for food and other donations. So I'm going to reach out to her again about organizing some food and financial donations for the next time I come over there. That might be in the next few days. I don't know when. But yeah, there you go. Interesting how you chose not to read that one out. Captain Potato Head. That's absolutely right. Yeah, he's only in his late 40s. Fucking rough. Rough. Must have been all those years at sea. Or was it the POW shit that aged you? Little Bo Peep for $2 says, stay away, Dan. They're mine. Fucking brutal. I love it. And Poor People for $4.99 says, thanks, Dan. It's not like we were hungry or anything. Why didn't you read out that article, Dan? You knew it was floating around. Doesn't paint you in a very good light, does it? Oh, yeah. And that, again, tip of the iceberg. Tip of the fucking iceberg, man. Oh, yeah, Timo, I just got your email, man. You let me know, brother, whenever. I'll be around. I got the new bike anyway, so I'll rip up on the bike. Absolutely. Tylock, I would be absolutely delighted to help with that in any way I can. Any way I can. Poor People for $5 says, my sister had to give handies behind the gas station for a can of soup. Thanks, Dan. That is fucking brutal. And it was 2 cans of soup. Okay. She charged me 2 cans of soup. Wait. Never mind. Actually, no, sorry. What I meant to say was what I meant to doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But it was 2 cans though. That's fucking bullshit. I was told 1. But anyway, oh yeah. Oh, this is only the start. Jeremy, this is only the start, my friend. It's all up from here, or down if you're Dan. But yeah, Dan, I'll be seeing you again in a few days, I'm pretty sure. If not, I have all those really important interviews that I got to do. I've already done some. I've already done some. Oh, they're fucking great too. Oh my god. And one of his ex-girlfriends told me that he's got a tiny penis. And that doesn't surprise me because he's got major small dick energy. And that's a fact. She actually did. That was her specific words were, he has the smallest willy I've ever seen. Oh, that's why it was cream of potato soup. She wanted 2 cans of it because it's cheap. That's why. That's why. He said he has a gay son. He may well have. I honestly have no idea. I know he has a son and a daughter. He's not lying about that. That's a fact. Yeah, no, I'm gonna leave that. There was another thing that came to light that was just fucking vile that Dan did to one of his exes. Seen all the screenshots. Brutal. Dan, rethink your actions, sir. Rethink how you want to go ahead with this. Really do. Oh, it doesn't matter if fuck. I couldn't care less. I don't care if his son is gay or not. It makes no difference to me. None whatsoever. More power to him. As I always say to people who have a problem with gay people, there's nothing gayer than worrying about what 2 men do with their penises. Or is it peni? He brags about his son who's gay. it does that doesn't bother me, to be honest. Like, I mean, if he loves his son and his son is gay and he's proud of him, doesn't bother me. I got no problem with that. Doesn't bother me at all. I think it's good to be proud of your son no matter what. Homophobia is very gay. I agree. Anyway, lads and lassies, it is nearly 3:00 in the morning. I've been up for what seems like a year now. Here we fucking go. I want to say a massive shout out to my good friend Stephen from iFuse Networks. We met him this morning in Manchester. It was an absolute pleasure. It really, really was. Great guy. Helps keep this channel going more than you fucking understand. The amount of times that I have had tech issues, get on the blower, boom, done. He gets it fixed. Gets it sorted every fucking time. Absolutely great guy. Absolutely great guy. I am going to go get some sleep. I am fucked. Anyway, folks, thank you all so much. We'll catch you later. Sláinte, Curve Mila Mahagut. And Dan, have a good think about how you react to this, man. Because it's not just me. It's way deeper than this. Rethink it. Tell us about Kinmel Hall, where the fuck all that bullshit came from. Tell us about the dogs. You didn't expect me to have those pictures, did you? Not just yours, but hers too. Anyway, lads and lassies, good night. Sláinte. Arrivederci. Auf Wiedersehen. Adieu.